welcome back to my channel. This is Brandy. You know me. I'm not YouTube famous, but here I am. So I was going to make a different video today, like I was yesterday, but another one popped in my mind, so I'm going to make that one because I can. I don't know. I have other videos planned, so that's a good thing, I guess. I have them written down and I have ideas, but I don't know. This one popped in my head. Actually, I was watching another video and I don't know. I want to do this video today. I felt, I feel it's a good one. I think a lot of people might relate to it or might hopefully, take some advice that I might have to give today. It's about going to bed mad. You know, when you have a fight with your mom, your grandparents, your significant other, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, sister, brother, anybody you have a fight with. And, I mean, you're not gonna, apologize. If you're mad at someone, you're mad at someone, but this is basically for people who sleep together, like, go to bed in the same house and, husband, wife kind of thing, husband, wife, that kind of thing. So, what brings me to this topic is really hard for me, actually. It's a topic that hits me really, really close to home. I will tell you why a little later on in the video. It's I grew up in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and I grew up with my grandparents. My mom had me when she was 16, and she was going to put me up for adoption, but my Ukrainian grandmother wouldn't hear of it. So she ended up adopting me and thus taking me from Winnipeg to Vancouver to live. And my mom stayed here, and I never really contacted my mom or my dad for that matter. I had a lot of abuse growing up, not just being bullied, but sexual abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, and I'll get into some of that in future videos because there's just too much to talk about in one video that you guys would be completely bored. This one specifically revolves around be careful what you say and don't go to bed mad. I love my grandma and grandpa to death. I call them Baba and Gigi. I know a lot of people, Ukrainian people, call them Baba and Guido, but I've always called my grandfather Gigi. And I love them to death. They were awesome. They took me in. They put me through school. They, put a roof over my head. Vancouver, a lovely place to live. Some of my best times were out there. And I still have a best friend out there, and she knows who she is. She's fantastic. I've known her since forever. I mean, I'm 42 years old now, and I moved from there when I was 13, so I lived my first 13 years mostly there. There's a couple of months where I moved back and forth, but like I said, that's for another video. I got bullied a lot in school, so I had a lot of anger in me. Not so much like directed at anybody, just inside. I never was a confrontational person to my friends or my teachers or anything like that, but when I came home, I would fight with my grandma and grandpa like anybody would with their parents. You come home and eat your vegetables, and you get all cranky and fight and argue and all that kind of stuff. But it was all just regular kid and parents kind of thing. And I consider my grandma and grandpa my mom and dad because they raised me. I moved out here after my grandpa passed away, which is what I'm going to get into. And I've lived in Winnipeg ever since. I have visited BC to visit my best friend a couple times. I'd like to go more often, but it's hasn't been feasible yet. But there was this one time, I don't know, I think I was in grade 3. No, couldn't have been grade 3. Grade 6. Yeah, grade 6. I was just turning 13, from 12 to 13. Grade 6 in Vancouver was, or grade 7, sorry, grade 7. I'm screwing up here again. Grade 7, because grade 7 in Vancouver was elementary school, and then grade 7 in Winnipeg was junior high. So when I moved from Vancouver to Winnipeg, basically I went from elementary to junior high within days. I was like walking in the halls of junior high with lockers and big people, like, you know, and I'm like, oh my goodness, because in elementary school it's all you're in grade 7, you're the big people and all the other people are little, and there's no lockers, you know, there's a cloakroom and you got your desk that's attached to the chair that, you know, doesn't accommodate anything, and then you got your little cubby underneath the desk where you put your pencils and your books and stuff. Well, fast forward 2 days and I'm in a junior high with lockers where you put all your textbooks that are this big, and there's no desks like that. There's a chair and a table, or a chair and a desk, just regular, not attached. Like it's a huge transition from junior high, or from elementary to junior high normally, like through the summer, and you go back in September. But I was going basically from elementary to junior high in 2 or 3 days. So it was a huge change for me. But I'm getting off topic. That's why it's called the Chatty Bee Vlogs, because I'm just here. I don't have no fancy lighting. I don't have any, you know, fancy cameras. I'm not really familiar on editing yet. So that's why all my videos are pretty much ad-lib, because I'm learning. I'm still learning, but I'm still doing what I really want to do, and that's thanks to a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers, big and small, that are just fantastic, that I love dearly, and I'm here because of them, really, especially Nikki and Peter and Charles and Joanna, and like the list goes on. Sabrina, I love her to death. She just had a baby. Congratulations, girl. You're awesome. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, the lighting, it's daylight, sunlight, snow, lots of snow. So I apologize for the quality isn't as good as a lot of people's, but I'll get there yet. I'll get there. I mean, I don't have very many subscribers yet, so let's just wait and see how this goes. my journey to, you know, be chatty. I'm chatty. And that's funny because I'm not chatty in real life. I'm very shy, so I'm actually surprised I can do this. Anywho, back to my topic. So, I'm in elementary, and it was 1988, and I remember that because my grandpa passed away. But what happened was, rewind to the night before, I got in a huge fight with my grandpa. It was probably one of the worst things that I've ever said to anyone. And I regret it every single day of my life. swore I wouldn't cry, but we had a huge fight. And, oh, I love you. I love you. I'm so sorry. Before I went to bed, I looked at my grandpa and I said, drop dead. And I went in and I slammed my bedroom door and I went to bed. I'm sure you can figure the rest out by now, but when I woke up in the morning, my grandpa, he was in the hospital. My grandma was home. And she came back from the hospital and said that Gigi passed away from a heart attack. So sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I have to live with that every single day of my life. I don't know. I'll never know if that was his time. I won't. I fight with myself every single day since that day. And whenever I talk about him and whenever I think about him, I apologize. I apologize to him. And I say my prayers every night, and I apologize because that is something that I still can't believe. And I have never, except for this video and for telling people the story, I have never ever told anybody that ever again. I don't swear, I don't cuss, but I think that's why. I don't want to say the wrong thing, and hurt somebody, and if I hurt somebody, I'm scared they're gonna, die on me, and I'm gonna have to live with the regret of saying something that I regret saying. So I always make a pact with my husband that if we ever have a fight, we ever argue, I keep the lights on and I will not go to bed until we make up. And for the most part, that's been successful. But I mean, there have been times, I'm sure, like in everybody's life, that you go to bed and you're kind of in a snitty mood or whatever. But take it from me, don't ever say something like that or go to bed, and you just never know. You just never know when someone's time is, and I'm sure it could have been just timing. That was just the wrong time for me to say something like that, or he just, I don't know, I get all these things in my head, like, yeah, he dropped dead because I told him to. Well, I mean, how many times really does that happen? I mean, I don't know. I've never Googled that before, I mean, it's something that I said, and that's something that I have to live with for the rest of my life. And after my grandpa passed away, that's when we moved back to Winnipeg with the rest of my family. But my grandma has since passed away November 19th, 1995. So she passed away 7 years after we moved here. And that was the hardest thing too, because she was my best friend. She was my mother, my grandmother. She gave me everything. There's many stories I want to tell you about her. She was a fantastic woman. They both were. They were both fantastic people, and they didn't deserve the stuff that I said and did. And that one thing, it's just, it's so hard to live with. But every night I try and make peace with it. Every night since 1988, I have prayed and apologized, and just, it still doesn't make me feel any better, because how can you, you know? Anyways, I don't want this to be a melancholy video. I want my videos to be uplifting, but I also want to be honest with you. I want to be honest with my subscribers. I want to be honest with you, just telling you my stories. I got lots of fun ones. I got lots of funny ones. I actually love talking to the camera. I never thought I would. So I'm hoping to get a little bee family, is what I call them, my little bees. I'm hoping to get some, so hit the like below. That would help me a ton. And subscribe to my channel. I hope to inspire you guys as much as I've been inspired by so many fantastic YouTubers. There are so many out there, and I just wish and hope they are, they get more successful every day, and I hope that I one day can live up to, their standards, because they're fantastic. And I'm just me. I'm just Brandy-Lee, and I'm yapping, chatty.